In today's video, we are going to be doing a tutorial on adding embroidery to children's size t-shirts. I'm going to walk you through every step from start to finish. Hello, my name's Mary with Sewing for Madison. If we haven't met before, crafting is my passion and I love teaching others how simple and easy it can be. For our project today, we are going to be adding this cute little mouse head Dalmatian themed to an extra small size youth t-shirt. We're going to be using the single needle Brother Luminaire XP2 for our embroidery project, and I will add a link in the description if you are interested to find out where you can get this design. Let's go over the supplies that we're going to need for today's project. We are going to be using fusible interfacing, cutaway poly mesh stabilizer, water soluble topper, cover all fusible stabilizer, tape, a ruler, a marking tool, an iron, and temporary basting spray. For our embroidery design, we will be using applique pieces, 40 weight polyester embroidery thread with a 60 weight bobbin thread, curved applique scissors, and 11/75 ballpoint needle. Let's hoop our shirt. The first thing you want to do is start by ironing your t-shirt. This will ensure that your design will lay perfect. After ironing, use your ruler to measure the width of the t-shirt just below the sleeve and divide that number in half to find the middle. Mark with your pen or chalk. Next, measure 2 inches from the neckline and mark again. Use your ruler to draw a cross where your centers meet. If you have a printed template of your design, you can check your placement now. If you're using a grid line template, mark each circle for placement. Next, turn your t-shirt inside out. Iron on your fusible interfacing. Using a fusible interfacing on t-shirts helps strengthen the fabric and your embroidery will lay better. Make sure you do not drag the iron across when adhering your fusible stabilizer. Just press and hold. Next, cut your poly mesh stabilizer larger than your hoop size and spray temporary basting spray on it. Adhere it over the interfacing. Depending on your stitch count, you may consider using 2 sheets of poly mesh. You can simply tape the second piece on underneath the hoop if needed. Next, turn your t-shirt right side out. Place the bottom of your hoop inside your t-shirt and secure the top hoop using the grid lines and markings. Make sure not to pull on the t-shirt fabric. This can distort the embroidery image. After securing the hoop, slip the back of the t-shirt fabric over the front of the hoop. Depending on the size t-shirt, you may need to use clips, tape, or pins to hold the fabric out of the way when embroidering. If you have the Brother Luminaire, you can use your projector button to project your embroidery design down on the fabric to ensure placement. Adjust your center point on your machine to match the cross placement, and let's get embroidering. Step 1, left ear placement stitch. After stitching, place the black applique fabric down. Step 2, stitch the left ear. After stitching, use your curved scissors to remove the excess fabric and trim close to the stitch line without cutting into the fabric. Step 3 is the right placement stitch, and after stitching, place the white applique fabric down. Step 4, secure stitch for right ear. After stitching, trim away the excess fabric. Step 5, zigzag secure stitch for the right ear. Step 6, placement stitch for face. After stitching, place the white applique fabric down. Step 7, secure stitch for face. After stitching, trim away excess fabric. Step 8, placement stitch for the collar. After stitching, place red applique fabric down. Step 9, secure stitch for collar. After stitching, trim away excess fabric. placement stitch for dog tag. After stitching, place gold applique fabric down. Step 11. Secure stitch for dog tag. After stitching, trim away excess fabric. Now, place water-soluble stabilizer across the entire design. Step 12. Satin stitching around left ear. Step 13. Satin stitching around the right ear and face. Step 14. Satin stitching around the collar. Step 15. Stitch satin stitching around dog tag. Stitch numbers onto the right ear. Step 17. Stitch spots on face. Now that we have completed our embroidery steps, it's time to unhoop our t-shirt and carefully remove the water-soluble stabilizer. Next, turn the t-shirt inside out. Carefully trim around the poly mesh stabilizer, leaving 1/4 to 1/2 an inch around the edge of the design. Next, cut your coverall fusible stabilizer to fit over the back of your design. Using a coverall stabilizer really helps with children's apparel items not to be so itchy against their skin. I like to trim the corners off so that they don't peel after multiple washings. Grab your iron and fuse together. Remember, press and hold. Do not drag your iron across, and pay close attention to the edges. After pressing, turn inside out and enjoy your work. Now, wasn't this a fun and easy project? If you have any tips or tricks for embroidering on t-shirts, please drop them in the comments below. We love hearing from you. I hope that you learned something new about embroidering on t-shirts today. If you like this video, make sure you smash that like button. You subscribe to my channel for my tips, tricks, and product demos. Until next time, happy crafting!